Hello awesome people, what is going on? It is BradPhusion here and welcome back to more Ascension. So in the last episode we did a lot of mining to gain resources that we can actually use to complete our Icarus or Phoenix over here, which I will be calling Phoenix from now on as it is its new name, and I feel it suits it rather well. Now I did do a video on the ship the other day and you guys can go check my channel out to go watch it if you already haven't done so, which explains some of the interior features that I haven't really had much of a chance to show you guys in the survival series, as a lot of it is being built in real time, so it's kind of hard to show you guys stuff at the back and everything like so. But anyway, we are getting very close to being finished. Now, at the end of the last episode, I finished off by putting a ton of my resources inside the refinery here, and I left my game running today, about an hour or two before recording, just to let it process these resources, and right now it is still processing. So I figured that whilst I probably had a bit of time to spare, I decided to make a few changes here and there. I've done a little bit of welding more to my Phoenix over there. I'll show you guys a little bit of that in a second. But what I've also done is I've also built a conveyor system, and you guys can actually see that Kara's got a welders now because I've been using these. Doing the conveyor system was a little bit of a pain in the arse, and I'll show you guys what exactly I'm talking about. Actually, I don't need to use Kara for this. I'll just fly back out and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So the conveyor system had to be placed down one block at a time, and I had to actually turn off gravity to do so. And grinding through these blocks was a bit hard because I had to find exactly where the conveyor system or where the conveyor connector was on the refinery. So what I've done is I've just basically connected it. I've got a conveyor system that goes all the way along the base here and all the way up into these small cargo containers. This will allow me to easily transfer resources from the assembler to the refinery, from the refinery to the assembler. That way I can build all the necessary pieces required to finish off the Phoenix. Now the Phoenix should hopefully be finished by the end of today's episode, as we do have the majority of the pieces or resources required, or materials, required to finish the build. The biggest things I'm currently stuck on are the large thrusters you see on the back here. Now these things take a buttload of resources, and I'm actually being serious, these things take a lot of resources to complete. I think I've almost got one complete. I'm not entirely too sure. I have to turn off gravity to come out here to check the progress on these, and these do take, like I said, a very, very long time to get done. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to turn off the gravity here once more. I have been doing this quite frequently. I should probably make a group for these, but I'll do it right now actually. Gravity, there we go. So I created a group, now I can turn them off, and then once I go out here, I should be able to leave Kara, look around, and you can actually see... Oh, I'm not close enough. Kara, can you boot me, please? I've done this, like I said, several times. I'm still surprised I keep managing to mess up somehow. But anyway, I'll get Kara to quickly just boot me along the way here. Boop. Okay, now I can see its status once I get close enough to see it. There we go. So this one here is almost done. It needs a few more thruster components and a lot more superchargers. Now superchargers are the worst things I've been trying to build lately, as it takes a lot of valuable resources that I don't really have that much of to spend wasting around. But anyway, we'll get sidecar here and get up. You can tell I've done this quite a bit, so yeah, anyway. So these might take a little while to do. I don't know if I'll be able to complete them in this episode or by the time the rest of the ship is finished, because right now it's mainly just armor and the Stargate essentials. You see like a little bit at the back here that's done. I've already welded, and like I was saying before, whilst I was waiting for everything to process, on the inside here I've actually welded. I don't know if I can stick my head in and actually show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, over here. So I've done the reactors, I've done the small antenna that I have, which is a mod that's in the description as well. I've done the reactors on the other side here, as well as the remote control unit and the batteries and everything. The large reactor's done, the containers are done, the thrusters now all require, I think, large shield tubes, and that should be done for them as well. And that's basically it. I think the glass and the medical bay, and again, the large thrusters, are the only real things we need to worry about here. Everything else is actually done, which is nice. So I'm going to be finishing off today's build for a little while here, and hopefully we'll be able to explore the galaxy. Now there are a few things I want to point out as well whilst we are here and rambling. I forgot to turn gravity back on. Let me quickly do that right now. Gravity on please, thank you. So just before today's video, like I said, just before I open up the game to get everything processing, Space News updated, which was nice. They've done a few more modifications to the programmable block, which I still haven't really had a chance to learn yet because I don't know programming. but they've also allowed the increase of view distance and maximum speed for vessels via modifications. So I've installed a mod that has increased the maximum speed of my vessels. The small ships can now get up to 200 and larger ships can get up to 250, which I think is not extremely overpowered. If you want to say overpowered as a word, I use that for gaming terminology as saying something is a bit more of a bonus, I guess, or overpowered, or making my life a little bit too easy. I don't think that 250 is going to make my life too much easier. It's a little bit over double, but I think since in this series I'm going to be exploring a lot, I think having the speed on 250 seems to be about right. It might take the ship a little bit longer to slow down, as it only has 4 thrusters on the front, but at least we can get around to places a lot quicker. The view distance has helped me quite a bit, though I can't really see anything out of the ordinary. I haven't really seen anything. I haven't picked up anything on the radar or on the antennas, sorry. Though I did notice something before, and I want to... So anyway, I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish off the building here by using car and everything. Again, these resources are still processing. I can show you guys this right now. The one thing I am really needing, and you guys can see how slow platinum is going, this thing is slowly ticking up. And you guys can tell, since it is going up about 1.01 here every second, this has been going for a very long time. This has been going for, well, I mean, this here, and I've already used some of it. I will also process gold and everything that you can see over in the assembler, I think, which is all the way down here. You guys can see I already have some of it over here, and I've already used some of it for building as well. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here, but we do need a lot to create the... I still can't say this word right, and I know every single time I do say it, someone's going to yell at me for saying it wrong. But I know I need a lot to get this done. I need at least 0.10 platinum, which is 10 seconds worth of resource gathering. Get that done, but silver and gold also take a while. Cobalt does a little bit slow, but it's not as slow as the others. So I need 100 of these just to create the Stargate, and I think another... I don't know how much I need to create the DHD. I need another 25 total. 25 total. So 125 total I need. And that's basically it. I want to get the ship done first before I think I get the Stargate done. The large thrusters are my lowest priority, because I do have 2 thrusters on the top there that are only temporary. They are simply there to power most of, or at least to give me some sort of acceleration. Now anyway, I can not create this until I bring the platinum over, which I will do right now. Again, we don't really have too much materials to play around with here, but we do have enough to do some basic building. I think that and thruster components is what I need the most, and thrusters can be made, again, with platinum. I'm going to use what I currently put inside Kara, which is all the thruster components, and I just want to see how much we have left over. So I'm going to start welding here, and I'll see you guys in a brief moment. Also, if my voice sounds a little funny, it's because I've been feeling a little bit under the weather lately, and I apologize for that as well. Okay everyone, we are basically now done. The only things left to build now is the Stargate, the DHD, and the 2 large thrusters on the back. However, we can now do the DHD and the Stargate. However, I just thought I'd leave this for like the last moment where I actually commentate and we do this thing together basically. This is the final seal of the deal. This makes the Phoenix, the Stargate and everything internally. So I don't have enough on me right now. I do have some in production. It is still making some over time. This now gives me exactly enough to finish off the Stargate and give me 1 piece left over for the DHD itself. So let us finish welding here. This is something I've been waiting for obviously, like you guys know, about 3 or so episodes, or in terms of actual playtime, this has been something that I've been waiting for probably about 6 to 7 hours to actually get complete in the survival series. So it is nice seeing that we now have a Stargate done. There are a few blocks up there that I actually forgot about. I might have to do them real briefly, but I will do them in a second. I don't know how I didn't notice them before. Anyway, that is now done. We do have the DHD now that needs to be done. That requires another 23 pieces, which should be on the way, if not already done. This is going slowly because we are waiting on the... Oh, it's not actually processing it anymore. I was going to say we are waiting mostly on the platinum, as you can clearly see. So I'm going to get 23 ready, and it's still not going to get it all done. It's going to be a little while here whilst we actually slowly gather platinum to get this thing cycling through. If I go back over to here and search for platinum, well, I don't think we have any... Yeah, no, the only platinum we really have is the platinum inside of the... So I'm typing this in wrong. I'm hitting the keyboard in the wrong places. Yeah, only in the refinery and in this facility. So we are going very, very slowly, but we are almost there. We almost have exactly what we need. We have 11 more left and we will be done. So whilst we are waiting for that, I will just do the last bit of steel plate welding that needed to be done. For whatever reason, I must have just forgotten about it. I don't know how I missed this, but oh well. We'll just change the gravity in here to negative, and, or sorry, to positive, because it is upside down right now. We'll change this around, and we should be okay for standing on the ceiling here. And now we can actually get all the welding done that we need to, which is nice. So, can I resume welding you, maybe? There we go. Okay, good. Just took a little while to actually register, because I think the Stargate is blocking my, most of my connections with it. Now, this is a bit of an issue. I think I might have to get rid of you just to get access to the other piece, which is fine. I don't mind necessarily doing this, as, like I said, now it allows me to weld it, which is great. So yeah, the Phoenix is finally done, or at least the majority of the Phoenix is mostly done, which is lovely, because I've been, like I said, I've been waiting so long to get this done, and now we can actually explore the galaxy. I mean, yeah, we have cargo space, we have a lot of cargo space. We have the cargoes on the back as well. We have the smaller cargo containers, which I don't think have anything inside them. Here they are. We have plenty of space in case we do find something. We can salvage whatever we need to salvage, store it inside the ship, and then transport it through the Stargate back to this facility. Which I almost forgot I was upside down for a second. Then that was slightly confusing. Actually, what I can do, I don't need to access this when I can just access the terminal here and change this around. But yeah, it is nice to have this basically done. It's lovely. So I think now it may have actually been processed. Let me quickly check up on it here. 23. There we go. There's all we need to finish the production on the DHD. So let us get this welded here. And I think to end today's episode, I'm going to disconnect the Phoenix and travel through the gate. Because that's a cool thing to do, and I know it still says Icarus. I need to change that because that was in the original blueprint. So that was not the antenna. Is it not the antenna? I assumed it was the antenna that was showing the name. We'll change that over to Phoenix anyway. I always seem to spell Phoenix wrong. It's saying, oh, wrong antenna, Brad, you doof. This was the antenna of Primetus. No wonder why it seemed a little weird to me. Primetus, there we go. And now the antenna for the Icarus, I guess, is under Icarus, is it not? Or is it somewhere else? Oh no, hang on, it's under medium. There it is, because it's a medium antenna. So this will now be called the Phoenix, and we will be good to leave. Very, very happy. Hopefully you guys are happy as well. I'm going to turn this down a bit. We don't need this all the way up. We need this about 25. So, oddly enough, we don't need to be in range of our station, at least not in terms of its antenna range, to actually dial in the gate. So I'm actually, whilst I'm here, I'm going to rename the Atlantis Gate here to Phoenix Gate. Or just, yeah, well, Phoenix Gate I think makes sense. Phoenix Gate. And then the DHD... I'll name this gate to just Primetus, so that's easy enough for me to type in on the DHD when necessary. And now on the DHD, the one that we have here, will be called Primetus, because that is what we will be dialing to. So Primetus, and now I can dial it if I so desire. However, I'm going to now disconnect. I'm going to grind this thing down here, actually. We should be good. Everything is now done. Everything is welded, so we don't actually need you anymore. But firstly, I'll just grind it down. It's not like I need to turn it off or anything. So, there we go. We now have our ship built. The Phoenix is done. I can get rid of what's on top, but I'll do that once I'm actually done here. Now, I think this is the one piece that's connecting the whole thing. So once this piece goes, we'll have a separate ship, like so. There we go. It's running on its own power now. I'm going to walk a very tight rope along here to make sure it is all its own instance. Azimuth thrusters, containers, interior lights, small reactors, and spotlights and everything. We're good to go. Its power will last 3 days. How much do we actually have inside the large reactor here? We have 17. We have a lot of power in here, and that is great. And we have our lights on the front here as well. Now, that being done, I think I want to convert this over to a ship, fly this thing out, and actually try dialing the gates. I think that's a great way to end today's episode. So let's get inside. Let's actually make this a ship now. Convert the ship. Ship name will be the Phoenix. I always find it weird that you have to name a ship. I typed it in wrong. Change the ship's name under here when you think that maybe the antenna or naming otherwise would work. I'm going to use third person just for the sake of showing you guys this actually detaching. So there we are, going away. This is lovely. Yay! We are good to go. This ship looks so bulky, but it's cool. It's cool in its own way, I think. I don't want to go too far out because I still need to do a few more things left. But anyway, let's dial up the gate and let's head back home, I think. What's that say in terms of its issues? It's not actually dialing. Why are you not dialing here? You set the parameters. The Phoenix Gate is Phoenix Gate. Are you not turned on or something? No, you're only showing a HUD. Okay, that's weird. I might have to try dialing it from the station first. I'm just gonna jump this. I'm a risk taker. Okay, so now that we are here, let me try dialing this, dialing to the Phoenix Gate. This is gonna be really anticlimactic if it doesn't actually work. This is actually called the parameters. Oh, hang on. Is it called the parameters? Yeah, it is called the parameters. Can we now dial? No, I'm not getting anything when I dial. Maybe because they started at both being at like the same station ship, even though they are separate entities. I might have to re-log into the world here. I'll just name this parameters gate just to make that a little bit more apparent that that's what I'm doing. And Phoenix Gate is Phoenix Gate. We're not dialing anything. It's disappointing. Is the mod suddenly broken because Space Engineers? I don't know. Aw, I was really was hoping for this to actually work, but it appears it doesn't want to dial anything today. It's not even coming up saying it's a bad dial, which is strange. If I typed in Phoenix Gate 2, does it come up with any issues saying that sort of thing? No, it doesn't. So I think the gate is actually broken now, or at least maybe for this episode. Oh well, we did get a lot of everything done, which I am very happy about. So I will fly the ship around a little bit more, firstly, just so you guys can see it actually flying around. And admittedly, we only do have those 2 thrusters on the back, so our max speed is rather well limited, of course, just because of this. But until we get those resources done, which they are processing right now, that's why I'm not really worried too much about our current speed. We do have a decent amount of turning radius and everything, and we might as well just dock here and wait. I think, by the way, I was thinking about where exactly I'm going to go with the ship now that the ship is actually built. I'm going to have to get Kara to come over here to pick me up. I don't know why I keep forgetting, I need to use Kara for certain things, but I think I'm going to explore the opposite direction of where I've been so far. Because we've been over there right now. That's where I'm looking with Kara. I might as well look around with Kara right now anyway. So we've been over to those 2 asteroids. I want to kind of spread out around in a circle around from where I am before heading out in a set direction. So I've been to those 2 asteroids, and I think the nearest closest ones are... the other closest ones. I think those 2 I've been looking at for a while. So I might head towards them with the Phoenix and just see if there is anything there. If not, well, there probably isn't. There's probably just resources. And then we'll probably head down to that one down there, which is also pretty close as well. And I think that's it for the closest of asteroids, before we actually then head out. Because I just want to check the ones that are near us first before completely leaving. But anyway, that has to do it for today's episode. Sadly, the gates don't work. That might be because of an update issue that has just recently occurred, or something to do with maybe the station and ship being of similar entity initially, which as far as I can tell I've never had an issue with previously, so it might just be because an update today has broken the gates, which would be kind of sad because, like I said, they're not even giving me an error saying that they can't connect to a certain gate name, which in itself is disappointing. But anyway, I'll leave this here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. The Phoenix is finally done, minus the 2 thrusters on the back. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome, everyone.